Yesterday I went to school. I was sleeping. It was 6 a.m. Parents pulled the blanket off. I was like, bitch, don't pull the blanket off me. I want to sleep some more. I want to dream. Good dream. I was having a good dream. I was counting sheep, and rainbows were in the background. Corn on the cob. Rainbow. What could be better than that? You tell me. So I got out of bed, pissed off. Went in the shower. Started jacking off. Thinking about Shakira and Beyonce. I like big butts. Real big. Jacked off. Nutted all over the shower. That nigga MC Ham was right. I ain't want none unless you got buns, hun. Got out the shower. Dried myself off. Shake my hair. Like an emo kid. Fucking got out the... No, I didn't get out the shower yet. I looked in the mirror because I got a hot body. I looked in the mirror. Felt my nipple up a little bit. Shaved my chest hair off. Then I got out the shower. I left the hair on the sink so my parents could find it and tell them I'm a man. I got out the shower, got dressed, went on the computer, got on MySpace for a little bit. Got on MySpace for about 10 minutes, talking to this bitch, Alexis. The fuck kind of name is that? Pissed me off. Talking about how her day was the other day. I was like, bitch, I don't want to hear about your day. I want to hear about today. What are you doing? She told me she was looking at some pictures of Justin Timberlake. I didn't like that. That nigga Justin Timberlake is gay. It's all about Lance Bass. Lance Bass was the best ever. Got done talking to that bitch, Alexis. Got off the computer, turned it off, unplugged the internet wire, put my shoes on, then I headed into the car. So my dad drove me to school. There was traffic, pissing me off. I wanted cars in my way. I got out the car, knocked on the nigga's door in front of me. Nigga rolled down his window, was like, what you want, nigga? I was like, I want your name and your number. He gave me his name and number real quick. James Brown? That's a sick. Got that nigga's name. And I didn't tell him what I wanted the name and number for. I woke up the next morning. Oops. Forget what I said. I did not wake up the next morning. I got in the car, drove to school. I got there. Pissed me off. I was real pissed off. First bell rang. I got in the door. Mr. Fritz was looking at me like, Sonny, what's wrong? I was like, bitch, I don't care what you think. I don't want you to know what's wrong with me. I'm real pissed off. Parents woke me up at 6 a.m. in the morning, pulled my blanket. I didn't get to jack off in the shower that long. It was only 10 minutes. So I was real pissed off. Slapped that bitch, Mr. Fritz, in his face. And he was like, why'd you slap me for? I'm gonna be a referral. I was like, no, I don't want no referral. Bitch, I ain't having this. I walked out the room real quick. Everyone's all looking at me like I was making a scene or something. I walked out. I did school. Forget that. I did school. I didn't even go to school. My parents were like, what you doing back from school? I was like, bitch, don't ask me that again. I ran into the door. I slammed it. Slammed my door. My mom came in and was like, well, you're home. You better get me some plywood. I was like, ah! So I decided to take my dad's car. Stole his keys. I stole his keys. I drove all the way down to Home Depot. Got some plywood. No, I didn't get plywood yet. I like that. There's this bitch at the door I want to spit game to. I went up to her. I was like, sup, cunt? What's your name? Jessica. I was like, I don't care what your name is. Forget I asked that. Forget I asked your name. I don't want to know your name. I just want to know where you live. Because tonight I'm coming over and getting some fucking pussy with me and my buddy Eric Estrada. And then I asked her where the fucking plywood was. Aisle 3, she said. Aisle 3? That's 2 more than 1. I got to aisle 3. There was this Hindu nigga in my way. I was like, what you trying to get? I'm trying to get some paint. I was like, nigga, you ain't getting no paint today. I pushed that nigga out of his way. He was in a wheelchair. What the fuck? In a wheelchair? I get the plywood. I got the plywood. 15 by 3 inches. For 98 cents each. I only had $3, so I only got 3 pieces of wood. I got the 3 pieces of wood. I went to the cashier, and guess who was at the cashier? Jessica. I didn't want to know her name, though, so I just called her bitch. I was like, bitch, sell me these plywood. I got home from Home Depot. I slapped my mom in the face. Slapped that bitch in her face. Fucking cunt. Told her how hard it was to get that plywood. She had no idea. I got sleepy and tired, so I took a nap for about an hour. Woke up the next hour. 11 a.m. Pissing me off. I didn't know I slept that long. I actually for 2 hours. That's one more than I intended. I was hungry. So, called that nigga Eric straight up. I was like, bitch, what you doing? I'm shooting a commercial. I didn't want you shooting a commercial. Today ain't your day. You coming over to my house today. And we're gonna go eat some Taco Bell because I'm fucking hungry. Bitch came over the next 2 minutes. I was like, why'd you take so long? He's like, I live 10 miles away. I don't give a fuck. You get here when I tell you to. So I slapped that bitch, and he started crying, making a scene. My mom came in like, what's wrong? I was like, bitch, you get out of here if you know what's good for you. Eric was crying. I was like, bitch, get in the car with me. We go to Taco Bell. And you know what time it was? It was 11:22. That's when everyone's off of work. And all the cars are in there. There was a lot of people. There were a lot of people in Taco Bell. So I was real pissed off. I didn't decide to go in. I went to the drive-thru. Bitch was like, what do you want? I was like, I want some tacos. I'm fucking hungry. Me and my nigga Eric Estrada is hungry. Told that bitch to give me 12 tacos if she didn't want to get shot. She was like, okay. She got it real quick. I drove to the next window. Bitch was like 15.47. I was like, I ain't getting no money. I stole the tacos. I grabbed the bag real quick. Drove off at like 80 miles an hour. Hit the curb. Ran over an old lady in the process. She was on the ground dying. I ran over her head. That's right. So me and my nigga Eric started got home. Decided to eat the tacos. I was like, bitch, what you want to watch? He wanted to watch Friends. I like Friends. That's why I have it. I put Friends on real quick. I put that shit on real quick. It was season 4, episode 17. Phoebe was playing her guitar, singing Smelly Cats. This is how it goes. I think this is how it goes. Smelly cats, smelly cats. I was watching it. I didn't like it because Ross came in looking like an ass. I turned that shit off real quick. Slapped that bitch Eric Estrada in the face. Why you make me watch Friends? Took his taco and ate half of it. I ate half his taco. Then I drank some of his root beer. Tasted like shit. I was like, bitch, why does it taste like shit? He told me he was bleeding out of his mouth because I slapped him earlier. I was like, you ain't bleeding out. Go to the dentist. Get out of my house. Call the dentist. Make an appointment with him. Make an appointment with your dentist. So I kicked that bitch out of my house real quick. My mom came in. Why are you yelling? And I was like, I'm yelling because I'm pissed off. And why didn't you get me that new Pokemon game that came out? She told me she didn't have no money. She slapped that bitch in the face real quick. Then I went to that one nigga's house. James Brown, the singer. Went to his house. I slashed his tires because his car was there. I didn't want that nigga to get in front of me the next morning. Because that nigga was real pissed me off. Slashed all his tires. Keyed the name Chris Crocker right in the side door. You tell me, is that unforgivable?